Hi friends, welcome back to my session. And before of this session, we had discussed about the some of the commands in Linux. So we have some more other commands which we need to discuss. So let us discuss the some more commands in this session. So without delaying, just we can quickly log in into the AWS console. And as I already logged into the AWS console, so as I have one running mission, which is Linux mission, which is having AWS Linux, means Amazon Linux. So I'm going to connect to this mission. So through SS client, I'm going to connect to this mission. As a SS client, I'm using Mobile Extreme in order to connect to the Linux mission, where it has been created in AWS. So with the help of Mobile Extreme as a SH client, I'm going to connect to the mission which has been created in the AWS. Okay. Where is my key pair? Private key. In key pair, we have two keys. One is public and the second one is private. The public key has been maintained by the AWS and the private key is going to maintain by us. So as I have the private key in the desktop, so that's why I am going to desktop. Then automatically it will take the key from the desktop. Then just right click on it. As I already copied the path, the same will be pasted here. So then automatically you will be logged as a EC2 user. EC2 user is the default user. By that we will be able to log in. And sudo -i. If I want to log in as a root user, this is the command sudo -i. So then we have some more commands. If I want to check, suppose if I want to check IP address, how I will check? Then I am showing to IP addr. Okay, is it displaying IP address? Yes, it is displaying IP address. Otherwise, we have a set of commands, Linux commands. Suppose in system, if you want to check the displays operating system name, if you want to check the which operating system you are going to use, just uname, go to this, enter. Which operating system you are using? Linux. It has been displayed now. In this way, we are going to check each and every command. So if I want to display the kernel release information, what I need to do? Uname space -r. Okay, just click the up arrow space -r. It is using the kernel version of 5.10.219-208.866 Amazon 2 Linux. Okay, 64-bit. Okay, and if I want to show displays how long the system has been up and running load average, just you need to type uptime. Okay, it is showing the average information. One user, and it is up from 16. Okay, this is the information which has been displayed from uptime 2 hours 47 minutes. Okay, this is the from 2 hours 47 minutes the machine is running. Okay, and if I want to show the system host name, if I want to check the host name in Windows also, if you want to check the host name, you need to mention the same. Okay, the host name is 172.31. It is a private IP. Okay, if you want to check, just log into the mission. What is the IP? Easy to connect, not easy to connect. Just go to the instance. 120, 22, 128. 22, 128. Is it same? Yes. And if you want further details information, okay, here you can find everything, each and every information. How the host name will be? Here what is the host name? IP-172.31 means IP hyphen dot ec2 dot internal. Okay, because of this is the private IP. The same name has been displayed there now. Yes, exactly the same name has been replicated here because of from it is a GUI mode, graphical user interface mode. From GUI mode, I will be able to see the host name. But whenever if I want to check from the command prompt, how? If I type the host name, then automatically it will display the host name of the system. Okay, and host name hyphen I. If I want to check the IP address, how? Say hyphen I. This is the IP address. It is showing the internal IP address. Okay, means private IP address. The public IP is different, private IP is different. Shows system reboot history. If I want to check the last when the machine has been last rebooted, if I want to check the history, then just last reboot. So last reboot system in this time 2 hours 14 minutes ago it has been rebooted because at the time only I had been started. So after that I didn't have been rebooted any time. Okay, and uh, date. If you want to check the date, otherwise just simply type the date. The date has been displayed here. You can check here the date. Okay, query and change the system clock. If you want to query and change the system clock, just type the same command here. Okay, and the local time is the something. So here it is the time you can be able to check from here. NTP synchronizer server. It will be used to sync with the time. Is NTP enabled? Yes, the NTP server has been enabled. Okay, and if you want to display the current calendar month and day, just simple calendar CAL. Okay, right now 6th, that means Saturday. W displays current logged in users in the system. W. So right now I am logged in. I am logged into the mission as a EC2 user. This is the default user. As a EC2 user, I had been logged into this mission. Okay, who am I? If I want to check which user, who am I? I am a root user. Right now I am a root user. Here it is clearly indicated. Right now I am a root user. By using which user ID you have logged? As a EC2 user, I had logged into the mission as a administrator, means as a root user I am going to perform these tasks. Okay, fine. Tree displays the tree system of files. Suppose if there is a one directory, under the directory what it will be done, one more file has been created. Under that file one more directory has been created. Under that one more file has been created. Suppose there is some kind of tree structure is there. If I want to see the tree structure, just type this tree. Okay, we have only two files. There is zero directories, means zero folders. Two files are there. Suppose if there is any directory, suppose I am going to create one directory mkdir dir1. Okay, suppose if I mention tree right now, how it will be showing? Directory file1 file2, one directory two files. Suppose I am going to directory 1 dir1. So right now I am the directory 2 directory 1. So here I am going to create one file. The file name is 3 touch file 3. The file has been created. So I am get back cd, it will change to the root user. Just type tree. What has been displayed? Under directory file 3 is there. So file 1 and file 2 is not under any directory. Okay, in this way we can be able to see the tree structure. Okay, fine. Suppose if I want to check the hardware messages, dmessage, dmesg. So these are the hardware messages. We can see boot up messages. Okay, you can find here. Displays boot up messages. If you want to display more information about CPU, example model name, course, vendor ID, everything, cat just enter the same. Okay, here will you be able to see the everything. The processor is 0 processor, vendor ID is genuine Intel, the CPU family 6, the model 63, model Intel are Zen CPU E5. So everything stepping micro mode to CPU MZ, cache size 30720 KB and siblings 1 and everything. What are the things which is there, as it is a virtual machine which has been created under the AWS platform. So it didn't have the enough hardware requirement. Suppose if you have a physical server with you, if you type the same command cat backslash proc slash CPU info, then you will get all the details about the CPU. Okay, it will display each and everything related to the CPU. Okay, and if you want to check about the memory info, more information about the hardware memory, example total and free memory. So how much memory I have? Actually I had taken 1 GB of memory. So in that 1 GB, how much used, how much space, everything it will be displayed here. Okay, just please have a look on this. Total memory 199, this is the KB, it is showing KB, but if we convert it into the GB, it will be 1 GB only. Total free, almost 291 MB is free. Memory available 735 MB. So in this way you will get the each and everything about the memory. Okay, and if you want to display information about CPU and the processing unit, simply ls CPU. This is the command ls CPU. Okay, so it will display the information about the CPU. Okay, suppose display block devices related. If any device has been blocked, so lsblk. So with the help of the command lsblk, so there is no blockage. Okay, free, displays free and usable memory in the system. So if you want to check the free space, then free space -m. So just please have a look. 92 has been used, 284 has been free, buffer cache 576, available 718. So everything is available here. Right now how much MB we have? 284 has been free. Any swap? Nothing. Swapped is 0. Okay, in this way we can check each and everything. If you want to check all the running process, what are the process which are running under this mission, if you want to check all the process, just type ps, then it is showing all the process running. Okay, if you want to remove or delete any process, then the command is kill -9 space the process ID. Every process has the process ID. You need to mention this process ID. Based on that, it will kill that process. Whatever the PID you have mentioned process ID, that particular process will be killed. Okay, and these things, all things you know. If you want to create any directory, mkdir. If you want to list both regular and hidden files, ls-al. Suppose generally what I will do, ll to list the files. If I want to display the hidden files as well, regular files as well as hidden files, I am going to use the ls-al. Generally, these are the hidden files. It is not required to show. But if I want to check the hidden files as well, I'm going to use ls-al. Okay. If you want to remove file, if you want to create file, touch file name. If you want to remove rm, file name. If you want to remove forcefully, rm-f always indicates forcefully. Suppose due to some issues, if you are not able to remove the file, that may be any kind of file. If you want to forcefully remove that particular file, what you will do, rm space -f space the particular file name. It will automatically forcefully remove that particular file. Okay. Suppose if you want to delete rm-r directory name, r here r stands for recursively. Okay, for directory you are using the -r. Okay, if you want to forcefully remove the directory is nothing but the folder in Windows. In Linux, it will be called as a directory. When coming to Windows, the same will be called as a folder. As per the Linux, here we are in the Linux, so it will be called as a directory. If you want to remove the directory forcefully, then the command which is used is rm space -rf space the directory name. Accordingly, that particular directory will be forcefully removed from the system. If you want to copy file, if you want to copy the content from file 1 to file 2, this is the command. Suppose if you want to check it, cat file 1. What is the content I have? Hi, hope all are good. Cat file 2. This is the content. If I move cp file 1, file 2, what happens? Yes. Okay. File 2. The content from the file 1 will be copied to the file 2. If I open the file 2, earlier what is in the file 2? Hi, good evening, thanks for joining my session. Right now what is in the file 2? Hi all, good morning. Whatever the content in the file 1 will be moved to the file 2. It has been overwritten. Okay, and if you open cat file 1, the same will be there, because of we just copied the things. We are not cut and paste, we just copied it, so that's why it has been replicated here. Suppose move file 1 to file 2 means renames file 1 to file 2. What happened if we can check here, mv move file 1 file 2, overwrite file 2. Yes. Okay, just click on ll. Here the file 1 will be renamed as file 2, cat file 2. What happens? The same content is available. So this is the difference between copy and move. So, and if you want to create the file, touch file name. If you want to place a standard input into the file, cat greater than file name. Like this, wc. wc is the command which is used to print the number of bytes, words, lines in a file. Suppose wc, what it will display, we will check. It is taking time. Suppose if you want to kill the process, suddenly exit from the control Z, you will be exit from the current process. If you want to check the which process running currently, okay, there will be 4 process running, wc 690. If I want to kill the process, kill -9, the process number is 690. If I again check the process, it will not show, it has been killed. Okay, the process wc has been killed. Okay, and is there any further commands are there? Okay, id, it displays the details of the active user. Suppose if you display id, so right now the id is root id is 0. Okay, and if I want to check how many users are there, cat hyphen etc hyphen pass wd. Sunil user is there. So okay, if I want to log in as a Sunil, space Sunil, then cd, then id. If I display id, then it is showing the information about the Sunil. Okay, then go to rules. Otherwise you can type exit, then automatically you will get back, you will again back to root user. Okay, and shows who is logged into the system. Who? Okay, EC2 user. As I already told you now, I had been logged into the system as a EC2 user. Once I had been logged into the system as a EC2 user, I will be logged into a root user to execute the commands. Suppose if any user has the same permissions, if he has executive permission, then I am going to log in at that as a particular user, and I am going to execute the scripts if I want to install, if I want to execute something. Suppose if I want to check as I am root user m update -y, if I want to update my system, this is the command. Right now there will be no packages to update, hence it is showing us no packages marked for update. If you want to perform, if you want to perform uh, IP lookup for the domain name, how it will be done? Suppose host google.com. So it is pinging or not, google.com has been addressed. This is the IP. In this way, we will be able to look up for the domain name. Suppose not only Google host, irctc.com. Okay, as this has been responded. Fine. If I want to retrieve the DNS info about the domain, how it will be done? Dig domain, dig domain, dig domain. So if you type the command dig domain, it will dig everything. So it will display the information about the domain. Right now I don't have any domain with me, so that's why it is not displayed anything. If you have any domain, suppose if you are creating any server in your environment, means you have already, if you are working in any company, means your company has the domain name. It will it will get the info, all of information about your domain. Okay, if you want clear the screen, either you can type clear or simply press the Ctrl L. Automatically the screen will be cleared. And to download a file, which command is it? Wget is the command which can be used. Wget is the command, and you need to mention the URL. If you mention the URL, automatically it will download a file from the online. Okay, and if you want to display kernel IP routing table, just type netstat space -r. It is displaying the kernel IP routing table. So here there are multiple lot of commands which is available in Linux. By using that commands, you can perform the regular tasks which are required while doing your regular tasks in your company. So remembering of all these commands is highly impossible for any individual. So that's why everybody is going to maintain some cheat sheet of Linux commands. So roughly whatever the command which is used on regular basis, they will remember those commands. And other than that commands, if anybody want to work on the Linux, they will maintain a cheat sheet. On that cheat sheet, they have the commands. So they will easily retrieve from the cheat sheet, and they are going to execute the same on this working things. Okay, so remembering of all the Linux commands is highly impossible, and it's not possible for any individual. So everybody needs to maintain the cheat sheet, and by regularly using commands, you don't need to worry. You are going to work on the commands, so definitely you will be have the hands-on experience on those commands. Then you don't need to worry about those commands. Okay, and Linux directory system, as we already discussed on the last session. Okay, as the Linux directory system, we have the home, bin, user directory. These are the different directories which has been created by default. Each directory has their individual own purpose. Uh, so as we already discussed in the class, so as don't worry, I'm going to share this document as well for your reference. You can go through this document and you can refer this document for your reference. Whoever has a doubt regarding this documentation, please ping me on the please comment on the video. Accordingly, I will provide the source. Whoever want access to these notes, just you can mention your email ID and ping me, and means you can mention on comments. Accordingly, I had the Google Classroom. So in that Google Classroom, I am going to upload all these documents. I am going to provide the share to you. Accordingly, you can access these documents and you can use for your further reference. Okay, guys, I hope with this session we have completed the Linux basic section, and with these commands we can maintain. In actually, we are not a Linux administrator to know each and everything on the Linux in deeply. So as a DevOps engineer, this the we just need to aware and understand the basic commands and basic architecture of Linux. I think this is enough for perform our regular activities. If you want to dig more deep into this Linux, you can refer any online portals. You can get the more stuff from online. Um, okay, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed my session. Thank you for joining my session. We'll meet up in the next class with the next topic. Okay. Thank you, guys. Signing off. Thank you for joining my session. Bye bye.